have a few things in there. First of all, David, where is David? He was amazing today while all the girls were getting ready and the boys were lounging, and he was running around like a madman, making sure all the last minute details were taken care of. And let's give a round of applause to David. And also, Kathy Kelly, where is she? You were amazing. That ceremony was so beautiful. Okay. Also, I want to thank Liz for allowing me to be your maid of honor. We've been friends forever, and it's just such a blessing to be, such a big part of this day. So thank you so much. Alrighty, so Liz and I became friends in elementary school. We both went to Oakwood, and I remember, I think it was 6th grade, it might have been 7th grade, but we were sat next to each other in a class, and we had, prior to that, been really good friends. And, the lunchroom dynamic was already set. You had your cliques and your groups that you sat with, and I actually still have the note to this day that Liz and I passed back and forth in class where we decided, let's sit next to each other today at lunch. And I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it totally was. Liz sat at the goody two-shoes table, and I don't know why, but I always sat at the Mexican table. So people were like, what is this weird collaboration happening? So just to give you a mental picture of how awkward we were, Liz had gigantic boobs at the age of 10, first of all, and she wore her bangs where she would just curl them into a log and just spray them with gallons of hairspray and just leave it. It looked like it was made of glass. If she was hit with something, they would just shatter. And I, as I stated earlier, hung out with a Mexican. And I wasn't allowed to wear makeup to school. Thank you, Mother. So at lunch, my, Mexican homegirls, they would hook me up with the makeup. So needless to say, eyeliner was being used as lip liner. Things got weird. Okay? So I never thought I was going to meet anybody as awkward as Liz. And I did. And I knew from that point on that she was going to be a very special part of my life. The next several years seemed like a blur. Slumber parties, school dances, braces, and before you know it, we were in high school. Luckily, we were still best friends. We were on cheer together, we took the bus to school together, and we were just inseparable. We were both a little boy crazy, as most girls that age are, except for the boys actually liked Liz back. So that was good for her. And we had this whole new pool of boys, You have your elementary school, and everyone's already dated certain people, and then you get to high school, and you're like, oh my gosh, these options, I don't know what to do. So, Liz dated all sorts of boys. She would date a golfer, and she would wear polos and put ribbons in her hair, and she would date a football player, and then she would be in the front row at the football games, and then she would date a baseball player, and she got all the baseball gear. She's always a very loyal girlfriend. And then one day, because our, best friend David went to Centennial, we started driving and hanging out outside of our comfort zone, and we started to hang out with the Centennial boys. And they were very different than the Cactus boys, okay? They played music, and they had their lips pierced, and they were just pretty cool. They weren't like the Abercrombie football-playing Cactus boys. All right, so one day, Liz was like, he's pretty cute, he plays the drums, so, I don't know, I totally have a crush on him. So my first real memory of John was at my 16th birthday, and I still have a picture of them sitting, actually Nick's band played at my 16th birthday, and I have a picture of them sitting together on our barbecue or something, and he had an Atticus shirt, and some red hat and his lip ring, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a bad boy. Liz, what is your dad gonna think about this? So, from that point forward, Liz was focused. She had her eyes on the prize. She knew, this is the one, I'm sticking it out, this is the one I want to be with. So Liz and John, they had their ups and downs, but she stuck with him through it all. He stuck with her through it all. And from that moment on, it's always been Liz and John, John and Liz. Think about it. How often do you hear their names individually? Like never. They're like Siamese twins or something. So I like to refer to them as Liz and John, because I feel like John always goes first. It makes me mad. No offense. So throughout the speech, I will refer to them as Liz and John. The main thing I wanted to say was that we all have that couple or that relationship in our mind that we think is ideal. Maybe we're lucky enough to where that's our parents. And you see that love and you're like, that's what I want one day. Or maybe it's a fictional couple like Corey and Topanga. And they're the group, the couple in the group that all the other people are like, I want that. They have it going on, I want that. And I think that I can speak for most of us in this room when I say that John and Liz and John, are that couple. They're the couple that they have the love that everybody wants to eventually have one day. So, it's the kind of love that great books and movies are made of, the kind of love that inspires love songs and poetry, and the kind of love that we all hope to have. So on this joyous occasion, I propose a toast to marrying your best friend, Corey and Topanga ain't got shit on you two. Right? To Liz and John.
Alright guys, thanks so much for Alix. Alright guys. We're gonna David Marsh. This is gonna be good, guys.